I posted a little video earlier for Mother's Day, which featured my grandmother, my mom, and my tia Marta. Tia is Spanish for aunt. And here's a little something about me. I was born right here in Rochester, New York, born in the United States. My parents came from Cuba in 1968. So I never got to meet my grandmother. I recall vaguely speaking to her on the telephone maybe when I was 5, 6, or 7 years old. But that's it. And I also recall growing up, I know it sounds a little crazy, but being a little envious of my friends, a little jealous when I would see them with their grandparents. You see, I never got that experience as a child of sitting on grandma or grandpa's lap, that experience of interacting with any of my grandparents. And it was hard because I never really knew what that felt like. And I would see my friends with their grandparents. And so that's something I never really experienced. As far as my mom, as some of you may know, haven't shared too much about it, my mom has dementia. And for those of you familiar with dementia, then you know that it's a very hard thing to see a loved one go through. My mom doesn't really recognize me, doesn't recognize her grandchildren, and one of the hardest parts has been seeing the person that I know to be my mom basically behave in a way that she never did in her life. And that's very violent sometimes, very, her behavior very, disturbing. Just the things they say, they go into these big mood swings of basically, not wanting to see you, not wanting anyone around them, saying some very, very disturbing things. And I always try to remind myself that that's not really my mom, you know what I mean? That's not really her. And it's very hard. And to be honest, I don't go and I haven't gone to see her as often as I should. And I know it sounds selfish, but it's very, very hard to see someone you love and see them basically not be themselves. It's like they're a different person in many ways. Today I went to see her with my children, and it was a pretty good visit. Much better than other times. She seemed happy. She smiled. We brought her balloons. We brought her a little stuffed animal. My daughter brought her a very nice balloon and a card. And it was okay. As far as my tia Marta, she passed away in October, so it's been very, very hard for me. One thing about my tia Marta is she was like my second mother. I was born in Rochester, like I said, but when I was about 3, 4 months old, we moved to Miami. And when I was almost 10 years old, we moved back to Rochester. So the first 9, almost 10 years of my life I spent in Miami, and which is why Miami in many ways, even though Rochester is my hometown, Miami in many ways feels more like home. It's where I first learned how to speak English. It's where I first ever went to school. It's where I made my first friends. It's where I learned how to ride a bike. It's where I fell off my bike. So a lot of my early childhood experiences were in Miami. And one of my best memories of Miami is my aunt, my tia Marta. You know, I would stay with her a lot. And we'd go to the beach, Miami Beach. Before it was South Beach, before it was all, you know, commercialized like it's become. Another favorite memory of my tia Marta is her picking me up after school, and I'd spend the weekend with her. And I miss her very much. And, you know, again, she was like a second mom to me. And having my own mom with dementia and not having my tia Marta to talk to and just having her there has been very, very hard. So I'll put the video again of my grandmother, Dominga, my mom, and my tia Marta. And just want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. I know I haven't made a video in a few days, and I'll be back with some new content soon. And again, thank you for to all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And happy Mother's Day to everyone. I hope you're enjoying the day with your loved ones, and just let them know how much you love them. And again, happy Mother's Day, and thank you for watching.